I've been running...
Attention please. The fire alarm has been activated. We are now investigating the cause. Please wait for further information. We are now investigating the cause. Please wait for further information.
Well, if I don't make it, then it's nice knowing all of you.
Please wait for further information.
Bye. So the BlueCrown.com was launched in 2011 and House of Playing Cards in 2012. Since then, every year we've been doing a big holiday event at the end of this year that includes releases and prizes and giveaways and all that kind of good stuff. This year is no exception, and this year's holiday contest will start on House of Playing Cards this Sunday, November 18th, and then on the Blue Crown on Black Friday. We're giving away so many prizes this year. We're giving away 10 different prizes. You can win everything from gift certificates to the stores, playing cards, magic, your own personalized YouTube video, and a chance to hang out with me. Plus much, much more. So stay tuned for Sunday for the release of all of that. Speaking of which, Sunday we are releasing the Fort Knox playing cards. Now the Fort Knox playing cards are the elusive gold Knox deck that everybody has been asking for many, many years. I've wanted to do this deck since the inception of House of Playing Cards back in 2012. When I first came up with the V1s, I was like, gold one would be cool. But I never did it because I never felt the time was right and I didn't have any good story for it. And I didn't really think about it that much. But a good story is the heart of every product. We've done so many decks of cards over the last 7 years on House of Playing Cards on the Blue Crown, and I like to put a story, a feeling, some sort of reason why this deck of cards exists and why should I hold it in my hands and do what we love to do with this particular deck. Everybody else can do their own thing and just release designs and things that really don't make any sense, but for us, especially here with my companies, it's very, very important to build that story around that deck. So for the Gold Knox, the Fort Knox, you like that name, Fort Knox? We built the whole story, and that's all going to be revealed this Sunday with the release of how the deck looks and the video behind it. Nick Suriano filmed a trailer for this that is just epic. It's mind-blowing, and it's a war theme with Fort Knox and the treasure actually being locked away for 100 years. So we went back and forth and came up with this. Here is a little teaser of the trailer. So, of course, that was just amazing, and that was just a small little snippet. So the full video will be this Sunday along with the release of Fort Knox. Stay tuned for that. Alright, on to the tutorial. Let's get into it right now. These 3 things are just fun little things that you can do while holding a deck of cards in between your magic, in between your sets, your routines, and just a little show-offy thing that makes you stand out from the rest. So, of course, I say this a lot. You don't want to be just Uncle Joe that knows how to do a card trick, counting, or whatever. You want to look like you have some sort of skill, that you're more professional than just an amateur card magician. So these are 3 of my favorite things to do. Hope you enjoy it. Let's go. Okay, the first one is the Murphy Dec Flip. Looks like that. Flip a deck 360 in your hand. It's pretty cool, and it's really easy to do. You have to hold the deck in dealer's grip, and from here, the way that you're gonna get into position is your first finger goes underneath just like that, okay? So first finger goes from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. Good? All right, second thing is you want your thumb a little bit more on the deck. So thumb from here to here, here to here. We're good so far? Good. And the last thing is that your middle finger is going to be held onto the deck. So that's going to create the way that it pops off. So it's going to be popping off the middle finger, and the way that it's going to be shot out is with the first finger. Okay, so first finger is here. It's going to extend out. The thumb sort of pulls it and then the middle finger is where it's going to be taken off from. So in slow motion, it looks like this. You're going to do that, and as you do that, it's going to rotate on the thumb, but it's going to pop from the middle finger, and that's important. You'll feel it pop from the middle finger. Okay? Obviously, the way that it looks good is that if it starts and ends in the same position, rather than doing that and then your hand is spread out. So you want to try to catch it in the exact same position. So it's just a little boom and then it happens. You also want to keep in mind that the deck should be bowed this way. The reason for that, because if it's bowed any other way, let's say the top card or something is bowed the other way, a lot of times that will happen, which is cool for a nice reveal, but you can't really control that so much. So a lot of the times the card will go flying. So you just want to make sure that the deck is bowed in the correct position for it to happen. One more time, it's here. You go from here to here, middle finger, first finger, and then the first finger kicks out. Maybe give it a little bit of a pop with the hand. Pop. So upwards direction, first finger, and then close. All right, so that's all I could really say for that. If you do want to experiment with the card shooting out, give this top card a little bit of a bow, and then you'll get something like this, which is interesting. So you can go and explore that. Okay, the next thing is pretty cool. It's called the auto cut. So it looks like the deck just cuts by itself. This is the easiest one, I think, to do, and all you have to do for this is hold it in not a dealer's grip, but rather as if you were doing a one-hand cut. All right, so you're holding it at the fingertips like this. The first finger is going to split almost again as if you're doing a one-hand cut or some other packet cut. So your first finger splits, but not all the way. It's just going to split enough to separate, and that first finger is going to kick back towards yourself. So separate and kick back towards yourself. Make sure that your finger is out of the way over here, because sometimes you put your pinky here. So make sure that's out of the way. This gets split, and then it gets shot into your other hand. Obviously, you want your other hand here to catch it, unless you're doing some weird lapping procedure, which I guess you can do. That's pretty funny, actually. But you want your right hand here to catch it, so I do this, and you catch it. So you can do this whole thing where you tie like a string around it, and then you pull it. It's just a nice little thing where you go here, cut the deck, and then it cuts automatically for you. Boom, as a little joke, or you could say, look, I'll cut the deck, and then do that, do a false replacement, really doesn't matter, but it's just a cute little thing that I'm sure you can add into your repertoire. Move the camera, the sun is in my way. All right, that's better, yes? Good? Good. All right, what was the last thing? Okay, good. The last thing was this cool little static energy sort of thing where you make the deck levitate by using static electricity. So if you don't know this already, it's an old little thing. You can do it with a deck. Sometimes it's used to make a card rise from the pack, but you're using your pinky. That's the secret. It's the pinky to do so. So as you're doing this, your pinky is just below right there, and you're going to levitate the deck. Some tips on this is to come here. I like to do this. Go on with the first finger on my monkey hair. All right, but if you're not a mutant like me, then maybe just on your shirt or a fabric or something. And then you're gonna come here, connect. All right, connect to here, and only after you do this slowly does your finger pop out, just like that. So it's here, you don't even see it. And then you want the thumb. The thumb, I think, is important because you can't do it without the thumb. You don't have nothing to sort of balance it on. So the thumb is important, but just keep the thumb there and you'll be able to levitate it. The angles are pretty good from here, same to about there, okay? So it's here, you want to lift it up just a little bit and then come down with it and then press, and as I tilt, my finger comes out of the way, and then I press down, and it gets a nice little what the hell kind of reaction that I'm sure you're going to enjoy performing. Alright guys, there you have it. That was the video. That's the information on all you need to know. Well, no, not all the information you need to know. All the information you need to know for the holidays is coming up this Sunday on this channel and on my Instagram and everything, so stay tuned for that. Follow that, notifications, subscribe, all that stuff. It is very much appreciated. Also, by the way, here is all my Jay Dec Flip mishaps. So, yeah. Hey, look, Inspire cards. So I know I said I'm going to release some more Inspire decks, but the black version that will be next has not printed. It's not ready just yet, so that'll have to be next year. Sorry about that. Do me a favor, comment down below what other little things like these 3 moves you do with a deck of cards. And of course, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you very, very soon. Peace out.
I ain't a man that you've been looking for.